The album cover is fairly simple. It consists of an image of the band inside guitarist Bonehead's living room. It's a simple image, but there are lots of things going on in the picture, such as Liam Gallagher lying along the floor and Noel Gallagher sitting on the sofa and playing the guitar, as well as many props within the scene, such as a globe hanging from the ceiling, a glass of wine on the floor, a guitar on a stand in the background, a picture of Rodney Marsh in the Manchester City kit, and a picture of Burt Bacharach propped up against the sofa. The picture is bright and it looks like there might have been a filter applied to it. This picture has enough going on in it to make it an effective album cover. The top of the album has the Oasis logo, with the name Definitely Maybe resting in the font that is used for the album name throughout. The logo and title together help create an effective house style. The back cover has a picture of the exact same scene, with all the same props as the image on the front cover, other than one of the wine glasses and the guitar on the stand have been removed, and a pot has been moved too. However, the band members have rearranged themselves. Liam Gallagher is now lying on the floor at a different angle. Noel Gallagher is now standing up, looking straight at the camera and pretending to hold the globe. And the rest of the band have all switched positions and are now sitting around and talking to each other. Both pictures have the same lighting or possible filter, so the house style from the front cover is continued onto the back. The track listing is in a small and simple text at the bottom left of the picture, which puts more emphasis on the background image. The CD product information is located at the top left. The CD spine is simple. It has a blue background, which is a colour that isn't included on the front or back cover, but it is a colour that goes well with the covers. The Oasis logo is included on the spine, as well as the album name. The logo and album title font is the same as on the front cover, which helps create a consistent house style throughout. There is information about the album next to it in black writing. The inside cover for the album is just the image that was used on the back cover. This is unusual, as most albums have a different inside, front cover and back cover. However, it does do an effective job at keeping the house style consistent inside the album as well as outside. However, the inside cover can be taken out and it acts as a little booklet. This booklet contains a collection of black and white images of the band and information on the album, such as the track list and band members. The CD is the same blue as the spine. This helps justify the use of blue on the spine by making it into a house style colour that is used in more than one place throughout the album. The house style is further made consistent on the CD by including the same Oasis logo and the album title with the same font. The CD also includes the track listing again, as well as information about the album. Like Definitely Maybe, this album cover is made up of one photograph that takes up the whole cover. This photograph depicts a baby swimming underwater and following a dollar bill that is attached to a fishing hook. The visually appealing blue water background and the fact that the baby and the dollar bill gives the album cover a lot of meaning, as it is suggesting that people are forced to chase money since they are born, means that the album cover is very effective. At the bottom left of the album cover, the Nirvana logo is included, which helps create a house style. Underneath the logo, there is the album title Nevermind. The font used for the album title makes the word look like it's underwater due to the ripple effect on it. This makes the font suitable for the album cover, as it is a picture that is taken underwater. The logo and the album title is separated by a black line that is the same colour as both words. This CD came with a sticker that states the album is a new remastered copy rather than an older copy. The back cover of the album has a background of shallow blue water. This background helps create consistency by following the underwater image on the front cover. There is a large red image that appears out of place, yet takes up a large amount of the CD back cover. I wasn't sure what this picture was of, and so I looked it up, and according to a website called Feel Numb, it's a photograph of a rubber monkey in front of a collage created by Kurt Cobain. The collage features photos of raw beef from a supermarket advertisement, images from Dante's Inferno, and pictures of diseased vaginas from Cobain's collection of medical photos. This image seems quite random, and the purpose of it isn't clear. The track listing of the album is listed along the right of the album, with the same font and numbering throughout. At the bottom of the back cover is information on the album and band, as well as the barcode. The spine of the logo features water for the background again, that was featured on the back cover. Including water again helps to further create a consistent house style throughout the album. This is done further by the fact that the same Nirvana logo and Nevermind font that was used on the front cover is used on the spine too. There is information about the album included at the bottom of the spine too, in a smaller font than the logo and album name. The inside cover of the album is a blurred photo of the band. They are all posing and looking at the camera, and there is a dark background with light being emitted from the bottom of the picture. The photograph doesn't really match the rest of the album in terms of house style, but it is still effective simply because it is a picture of the band. The inside cover can be taken out and folded out. On one side of the folded out inside cover, there is a track listing, a collection of lyrics from the album, a photo of the band, and information about the album and band. The background looks like water again, which helps create a consistent house style further. The water theme is carried on through the text used for the collection of lyrics, as they are written in a wavy fashion to make it look like it's underwater. On the other side of the inside cover, there is information on the band members and songs, as well as another image of the band. The background of it is different to any of the other backgrounds used within the album, yet the streaks make it look like streaks upon water, thus carrying on the water theme again. For the CD, the logo and album name is located at the top in exactly the same way as it is presented on the front cover, carrying the house style further. The blue lines on the CD create a water effect, and so this carries on the house style further too. There is information about the album on the CD as well. The CD album for the deluxe edition of Chasing Yesterday is different to most CD albums. Instead of plastic casing, the outer casing sleeve is made of a hard card material. The background of the album is a white brick wall with a diagonal black line pattern on the left of the album. The diagonal pattern looks like it has been made by filling in the bricks of the background black. The colours black and white are colours that work well together, and so this makes the album look visually appealing. Noel Gallagher is standing in front of the wall at the bottom right of the cover. This is common as many artists have a picture of themselves on the cover. He is wearing dark sunglasses, a white t-shirt and jacket, and black trousers, meaning he matches the colour scheme and blends in well with the picture. Wearing these colours helps make the cover look professional and furthers the colour scheme and house style. The artist's logo is at the top of the album in the centre. By including the logo, it makes it clear whom the album is by and helps create the house style of the album. The colour of the logo is black too, which makes it easy to read and helps create a colour scheme. Everything on the album cover is black or white, which keeps the cover simple yet effective. Interestingly, the name of the album isn't included on the album cover. This is uncommon, as most album covers that feature the band's name will feature the album's name too. The back of the outer cover features the same white brick wall background as the front cover did. This helps create consistency throughout the album. The back cover is a bit bare, as the only thing in front of the background is the name of the album Chasing Yesterday in large and bold writing, which wasn't featured on the front of the album, and the track listing below, which is written in smaller text than the album name, but in the same font. And then there's information at the bottom of the album in much smaller font, with the barcodes to the bottom right. Although the back cover is very simple, the font that is used is bold and effective, which creates a big enough impact for the back cover to look professional. The fact that it is written in the same black colour that was used on the front cover helps create consistency throughout the colour scheme too. The spine of the album features the name of the artist and the album name. Both use the same fonts as they did on the front and back cover of the album, which helps to further the house style and create consistency. The colours have been reversed, in that the background is black and the text is white. Although this is a change from the front and back covers, it still works because it uses the same two colours as it did before, and the reversing colours help to make the spine have more of an impact and be more noticeable. There is an album code in small white text in the same font at the bottom of the spine too. When you take the album out of its outside cover, it is in a book form. The front cover, back cover and spine of the album have the exact same design as the outside sleeve, and so I won't need to analyse these again. When you open the book, the first CD is held within the inside cover using a sleeve. On this sleeve, there is information on how the album was made. It is written in white on the black background, and this helps to follow the colour scheme and create consistency further. The pages within the book contain the lyrics to all the songs on the main disc, as well as random pictures and patterns. The colours used for the images and patterns follow the same colour scheme of the rest of the album, which helps to create consistency. This is further done through the font used for the lyrics, as it is the same font that's used for the rest of the album. Some of the images within the album, however, contain more colourful images, such as the colours used for the back of the book where the second CD is. These colours may seem different to most of the album, but the fact that it is used on other pages throughout the book, as well as on the CDs, means that it becomes part of the colour scheme, and so it is effective and makes the inside of the album more interesting. As you can see, the CDs use the same colour lines that was used within the album book, which helps create consistency through these. However, the black and white colours and the same font for the artist and album name that we used on the front and back covers were used on the CD as well, which ensures that the CDs are consistent to them as well. Although the CDs are simple, the fact that it matches the look of the rest of the album makes it effective. The main disc and bonus disc have the exact same design too, the only difference being that the bonus disc has the words bonus disc written in small font under the album name, with the same font as the album name being used. There is quite a lot going on for the album cover of In Your Honour by the Foo Fighters. The album has a royal look to it, as the band name and the album name are written across a banner in front of real silk banners that have a regal look to them. The band name is written in much larger text than the album name, putting more emphasis on the band rather than what the album is called. To appeal to their UK audience, the word honour is spelt with a U, whilst the American version of the album has it spelt with the American way without a U. Above the band's name is a statue of an eagle that looks like it is made of gold, and above that are a group of white flowers growing out from behind the banner. There are 4 gold stars underneath the album name too. This whole image helps to capture a royal and upper class look to the front cover. This image seems to be a contrast to what you'd expect from a rock album, but it is a 2-disc album, with the first disc consisting of a hard rock track and the second disc consisting of a relaxed acoustic track, and so maybe the cover is trying to compensate for both. The background of the cover consists of light blue and white streaks, which helps to create the effect that there is light shining from the image in the middle. There is a picture of a yak at the top of the cover too. This image acts as the logo for the album, as it is used on the album CD and can be seen on the drum kit for the single cover and music video for the song Resolve, which features on this album. The back cover for the album is a lot different to the front cover. Although a similar white colour is used, and royal looking font is used again, there isn't much similarity. The image used is of a random room with random objects, such as a wooden chair and a picture frame placed around the scene. There is a large paper canvas in the scene as well, which takes up most of the picture. In the middle of the canvas, within a circle, is text naming the track list for both CDs, with information about the album and the band below. The paper canvas is slightly to the left of the scene, rather than in the centre of it, so that you can see a bit of the room behind, which shows furniture with objects piled up on top of it and a picture hanging on the wall. At the bottom of the back cover is publishing information with the barcode to the left of it. The back cover is unusual, as it doesn't appear to have any real connection with the front cover, and shows a contrast if anything, as the front cover has a royal look to it, but the image at the back is just of a normal cluttered room. Again, the spine for the album is very different to the front and back cover. Instead of having a bright colour, the background for the spine is black. The name of the album and band, which is included on the front cover, is included on this, which creates some consistency, but the font and the colour is different. The only aspect of it that really creates consistency between the album spine and the front cover is the use of the yak image, which is on both. There is information about the album at the top and the bottom of the spine too. The inside front cover of the album features a picture of the band with a black background and white smudges around the edges. This background is a contrast to the front and back covers, but does match the colour of the spine, which creates a bit of continuity. It is common for albums to feature a picture of the band in the inside front cover, because it is fairly easy to take a good picture of the band that makes an effective image inside the cover. The inside cover can be taken out, and it acts as a small booklet featuring images, lyrics and information about the band and album. The images include pictures of guitars, and this one I have featured contains the same background as the front cover. Also, the information page has the same gold eagle as was on the front cover. Therefore, this booklet does a good job of carrying the house style from the front cover on to other places of the album. The photos of the guitars that have been used are very well taken photos, meaning that they are very effective and have a lot of impact. The CDs that are used within this album are very simple. The first disc is an image of the front half of the yak, and the second disc is an image of the back half of the yak. The ground the yak is walking on is red. The inclusion of the yak helps to create more consistency with the rest of the album, as it is the same yak that is used on the front cover and spine of the CD. Consistency is also created through the Foo Fighters logo on the right of both discs, which is the same logo that was used in the inside cover booklet. The white background does this too, as it was used in multiple places within the album. The CD is simple due to the lack of text and plainness of the colours, but the fact that it has elements from other parts of the album, as well as its uniqueness, makes it effective. The CD cover for The Magic Whip by Blur is a very unique album cover. It features neon lights of an ice cream and of Chinese letters. The purpose of the neon lights and the Chinese letters is because the album was recorded in Hong Kong, and so these are things that are associated with the city. There is no clear reason for the use of the ice cream, but it seems to be something that appears a lot, such as how there is a song from the album called Ice Cream Man, and how the music videos for other songs in the album feature ice cream, such as Go Out, which features a woman making an ice cream, and the music video for Ong Ong, which features someone dressed up as an ice cream. Therefore, the pictures used on the album cover is related to the album. The album cover is simple, but the pictures are unique, and bright neon lights work well with the dark black album, which makes the cover effective. Interestingly, the cover doesn't feature the artist's name nor the album's name, which is very uncommon and unique. The back cover is even more unique, in that it doesn't feature any text, not even a track list. Instead, it just consists of a picture of a random shape on the black background. It isn't clear what the shape is of, and the colours seem a bit random, as they weren't used on the front cover, and so there is no clear purpose for this image that I can find. However, the same black background is used, which creates consistency between the front and back covers. The barcode is located in the middle of the left edge. There is no text on the spine either, which is very unusual, as it means there is no way that someone who has never seen or heard of the album before can tell who it is by or what it is called. The background for the spine is pink, which also seems random, as it is a colour that hasn't been used on the front or back cover. However, the Chinese writing on both the top and bottom of the album spine keeps it consistent with the front cover. There is a line between the writing too. The inside cover matches the spine of the album, as it uses the same pink background with the same Chinese writing connected by lines. Also, the name Ong Ong is written on the second column, which is the name of one of the songs in the album. Although it creates consistency by looking similar to the spine, the inside cover is very basic and it isn't the most engaging image. The inside cover can be pulled out to act as a booklet. The pages inside consist of very random pictures and writing. The colour and images don't seem to relate to anything, but there are still a few aspects inside it which relate to other parts of the album, such as the Chinese writing, which was featured on the front cover, spine and inside cover of the album, and the name My Terracotta Heart, which is the name of one of the songs in the album. The CD for the album is of a yellow face, which takes up the whole CD. There isn't much on the CD, meaning it is very basic again. The face may seem very random, but it is like a mascot for the album, as it appears in music videos for the songs on this album too, such as Ong Ong. There is information about the album written in small text around the edge of the CD, which is the only example of information about the album within the album that I could find.